What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Hasbro Marvel Legends Avengers Endgame series, Hercules. Here we do have Hercules in the packaging. What we're going to do now is take a little break, get them open up, and then we'll have a better look at the figure inside. So stay tuned, everyone. And so here we have Hercules posed and out of the packaging. Before we have a look at the figure, let's actually take a look at what he comes with. Hercules here does come with the head of the Thanos Build-A-Figure, which we'll have a better look at when he's all put together. As far as Hercules goes, he does come with quite a few accessories. He does come with 2 pairs of hands. He comes with a pair of fists that he has on him outside of the packaging. And then he also does have a pair of grip hands for holding his accessories. Hercules does have 2 weapons. He comes with a sword, which looks really nice. And then he also does come with a battle mace, which again looks really awesome. And you can store both of the weapons on his back if you don't want him holding them, or you can have him holding them, whichever one you prefer. I don't know which look I'll have with my Hercules. I'll see how I feel at the end of the video. But other than that, he really doesn't come with anything. I don't know what else you would want to include with him. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually take a closer look at Hercules. So here we have a closer look at Hercules, and Hasbro did a really good job sculpting this figure. Now, I'm not really keen on the Marvel Hercules, but images that I've seen from comics, he looks just like he does in the comics, so they did a really good job sculpting this figure. The face looks almost perfect to all the artwork I've seen of him, all the way to his little man bun right here, which they did a good job just with the hair, the headdress that he wears. And then I even like the expression on his face. It's not screaming or angry, it's confident. This figure looks confident in anything that he does. Really like the way he came out. Just the face alone is a really good sculpt. As far as his body goes, they did a good job sculpting the body. He does have his harness, which you can see right here. You can see the Nemean lion sculpted right here on his belt buckle, which looks really good. He has some pouches all throughout his utility belt, and then we do get a little bit of paint error on mine right there. But for the most part, it's done really well. The O-ring strap is painted really well, with the exception of this part right here. The buckle is nicely sculpted. The ring right here is painted as silver gunmetal. And then you can see he does have the holsters for his sword and then the battle mace, which you can get the battle mace into this side, and then the sword, of course, does slide in there. I do like that they did paint the hair on his chest, although it would have been nice to see that sculpted, and it does carry on to his lower torso, as you can see. It just doesn't follow all the way up, which is a little bit unfortunate when they paint anything on the torso and then it just stops halfway. I really do like the arms on Hercules. They're really big, vascular, muscular arms. Just what you'd expect from any Hercules figure. Going all the way down to his wrist guards, you can see they're done in this gold plastic, and they do have a motif on them. I don't know what it is. It looks like a lion. I could be mistaken, but if he has a lion on his belt buckle, chances are it's also a lion right here on the side of his wristbands. They did a good job sculpting his pants. His pants are actually a nice sculpt. I don't know if it's unique just to Hercules or if it's been used before, but it's done really well. Paint could be better, but for the most part it's clean. You can see right here on the back there are some errors. Not so much here on the front, just right here on his crotch piece, which the paint is a little thin there. Hercules has really good knee pads right here, which you can see. They do have some scuff on them. No paint, unfortunately. It would have been nice to see a little bit of paint just to bring out some of the detailing in the knee pads. Going on to his boots, where you can see he does have buckles at the top of his boots. He has like these, I don't know if they're stone or metal cuffs going around his ankle, but it's also on his foot. So he has some foot guards. Overall, this figure is really nicely sculpted, and I'm actually glad that I have Hercules in my collection, even though I really don't know too much about the figure. Or the character, I should say. I know Hercules in the DC universe and mythology, but not the Marvel Hercules. I'm pretty sure he follows the same story. But with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get him compared to a few other figures you may have in your collection. And so here we have Hercules posed next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool and a DC Multiverse Superman. Here we have Hercules posed next to a WWE Elite Scale figure and a Mezco 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man. So Hercules is on the taller scale of the Marvel Legends scale, which is pretty good. I'd expect Hercules to be a bigger guy. So what we're going to do now is actually move into his articulation. He does have the standard Marvel articulation. If you don't know what that is, let's run through it really fast. He does have a ball joint in the head. He can look up slightly. Can't really look down because of how his head is sculpted. Very slight head pivot, which is unfortunate. He does swivel at the neck. He does have a hinge in the neck, which lets him look down that far. Looks up a really good distance. Hercules can actually look up for flight poses, even though Hercules doesn't really fly. Arms do a full 360. They go out only to about that far just because of how they're sculpted. Really don't like when companies sculpt the shoulder this way, because what it ends up doing is leaving a ball right here, and you can't get the arm any higher than that. He does have a bicep swivel, which works really well. Double jointed elbows gives you a little better than 90 degrees. He does have a really big bicep though. He does have a swivel and a hinge at the wrist. No problems there. He does have an ab crunch, which goes forward all the way. Goes back quite a bit. He does have a waist swivel, which works pretty good. It is a little bit ratcheted, so it does click in some spots. Legs do kick forward that far, kick back, go out pretty far. That's actually further than most Marvel Legend figures. He does have a swivel at the thigh. Double bend in the knee, goes up only to about there. Does have a boot swivel, which works pretty well. Has a hinge in the ankle, goes back and forward. And then forward-facing pin for rocker ankle. So you can get Hercules here in quite a few good poses. So what we're going to do now is actually take a little break, get him posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have Hercules posed for my final thoughts. Overall, I really do like the way this figure came out. I wasn't really expecting much out of this figure, and I ended up liking him a whole lot more than I honestly thought I would. And that's saying something, seeing as how I feel like this wave was pretty much a throwaway wave. Out of those 7 figures, I only reviewed 4 of them. 3 of them I'm not even going to bother with. But Hercules here is one of the gems of this series, and he does come with a piece of Thanos. He actually comes with Thanos' head, so you do need Hercules in your collection if you want to complete your armored Thanos. But other than that, he's still a really good standalone figure. If you just wanted to pick up one figure from this series and you're not really an MCU fan, I really do think Hercules here stands out from the rest, seeing as how he has a lot of unique sculpt going for him, and the weapons look really good in his hands. He looks good just in any display that you have him in. Avengers, MCU, comic book, whichever one you want to have him in, he looks great in it. Hercules here is going to run you about $19 at retail or $25 on online retails. I was able to pick up my Hercules as well as the rest of the Thanos Build-A-Figure series from Big Bad Toy Store. So if you are looking to pick up the entire case, check out Big Bad Toy Store and you can get it for about $150. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews, as well as all my other Marvel Legend videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it's in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. And while you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and ring that bell for new and exciting notifications. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.